Hi, welcome to the video today, which is on the subject of getting the right Forex mindset for trading success. And it's a fact that most traders cannot get the right psychology. When they come into trade, they get stressed out, they get angry, they get frustrated, their confidence goes, and then their discipline breaks down, and then they lose. In this video, we're going to go through some lessons which will help you trade Forex stress-free with total confidence and discipline from a little known book in the Forex trading community. Now, in terms of the book, I learned about it when I was reading the Classic Market Wizard series by Jack Schwager. And there was one particular trader who had a really simple strategy. He'd made hundreds of millions of dollars, and he credited this book with his success. Now, in terms of the book is called Zen in the Art of Archery by Eugene Halligal. Now, it's obviously not to do with Forex trading, it's to do with Japanese archery, but it's a book with fantastic psychological lessons in it that will help you trade with confidence and discipline in the markets. We'll go through the key lessons in a moment. You can get the book as a PDF free online, just search it. If you can't find it, just write to us and we'll send it to you. I've given the book to numerous traders over the years. They've all found it useful, and you will too, in my view. Now, in terms of the book, basically we're going to go through the key lessons. After I've finished with those, I'm going to give some quotes from Eugene Halligal. If you're a Forex trader already and had problems with your discipline, you will associate with the wisdom in the quotes. If you're new coming in the markets, learn the wisdom because you're going to need it. Now, in terms of, just before we go, take a look at the lessons. You can join our free mailing list on the link beneath this video. You can also check out our Forex course with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Now, in terms of the lessons, we're going to go through them. Just before I go to the lessons, I just want to play you a short clip. It's only about 2 minutes long. Note the quotes on the clip and also watch how the lady shoots the arrow. It's relevant to what we're going to talk about in a moment. Right, back in a few minutes to discuss in more detail.
とか社会だとかいろんな競争ごとがあるんですが、この道場は人格形成のために自分と向き合う道場に。
Right, let's have a look at these 10 points in relation to the book and what you can learn from them. Before I do so, obviously, we saw that lady on the clip shooting the arrow. Notice how she was really immersed in it, okay? She's getting her mind ready, her body ready. She's going to get in sync totally with the bow and arrow, and then she'll release the arrow. It's actually been described as a kind of physical meditation, okay? Really help you discover yourself and instill discipline, patience, persistence, self-control, all those things, okay? Now, in terms of Eastern kind of thought anyway, self-knowledge is seen as the key, okay? More so than knowledge. And I think that's very different to Western culture as a general rule, where we tend to like textbooks and fix things, okay? Now, in terms of Forex trading, self-knowledge, your psychology, how much is it in terms of being a part of Forex trading success? I'd say 80 to 90%. Your strategy can just be so simple. It really does come down to psychology and self-knowledge. But most traders don't believe that. They think the strategies can lead them to success. It's not true, in my view. I got a lot of experience actually in terms of textbook knowledge, learned loads about technical analysis. I joined the Institute of Technical Analysts, several other bodies. I did all my exams. How much use was it to me? Basically a complete waste of time. Most of what you're taught has got no real application in the market, or it's not going to work. Okay, this is where I'm going to come to fixed v flow. You can see that sort of textbook theory predominates in the Forex educational community. Just look online. I mean, I see all the time, and I mention this regularly, but I'm going to mention it again. These people drawing these fancy fixed patterns going backwards and then thinking, it's going to repeat forwards. It's obviously wrong. It obviously doesn't work, as any successful Forex trader would probably say. But the traders still keep doing it. They want a fixed way of doing things. There's no fixed way of doing things in the Forex markets. It's flowing. It's organic. It's moving. It's mutating. You've got to get in sync with the market and go with it, okay? Now, in terms of getting synced with the market, correct psychology does not just involve the brain. It doesn't, okay? In terms of it's a body experience as well. Now, if you look at the lady in Zen Archery, that is a mind and body experience, okay? So is Forex trading. Lots of traders just think, it's all in the brain. That's not. Because you've got steroid hormones that come from your body that can lock your brain processes to make you do things that are wrong, but you're going to do them anyway. I just need to explain this in a bit more detail. It's an underrated problem. If we take money, how important it is to most people? Well, clinical studies have shown that money to most people is important as the opposite sex. So it's really, in modern day society, elevated up to that level. And in terms of, I'm just going to do a quick contrast between Forex and the opposite sex. You'll see exactly why these steroid hormones can make you do things that were wrong after you've done them, basically. So let's say a trader comes into the market, wants to make money. Testosterone obviously is there, it's generated. You very often try too hard. You'd be too aggressive, over leverage. You'll know it's wrong. Okay, keep doubling up. Know it's wrong, but couldn't stop himself. Another trader, having a loss, knows he shouldn't run it, but testosterone is making him battle the market and not admit he's wrong. You hear traders say all the time, "I know I shouldn't have done it, but I did." If you want to, consider how important testosterone is, just think of this fact, because it's the same. Okay, when you were young, maybe you pursued a member of the opposite sex. She wasn't interested in you, or he wasn't interested in you. You did it anyway, didn't you? You knew probably that you were going to get, made to look stupid. That's probably what occurred. I'm sure that's happened to everyone, but you couldn't stop yourself doing it. Okay, and that is what testosterone does in the markets as well. Also, in terms of, just said about testosterone making traders too aggressive in terms of fighting the market with losses or trying to make too much profit. But you also have the other problem, which is, when a trader has a profit, very often will snatch it early and keep doing it, although they know they should run their profits. Why does that occur? Because when you take the profit, this again being clinically proved, you get a hit of dopamine, the pleasure hormone, makes you feel good. So you want that satisfaction of the dopamine rather than, your profits got away and you've ended up with a loss, maybe. Okay. Dangerous steroid hormone is cortisol. Basically, it's the hormone of stress. And we know that in today's society, if stress levels are too elevated, it's a real danger to our health. Okay. Cortisol is the stress hormone. I mean, everyone knows what it's like to feel stressed. And if you let yourself feel stressed in the Forex markets, you won't be able to function. Lots of traders I know that get stressed out in the markets. They can't pull the trigger. They see things that aren't there. They then reach a level where they just totally can't execute the strategy. They're just too stressed out. Okay, so the 3 hormones that need to be overcome. And it's easy. It's when I say easy to do, it's not easy to do, but you can overcome those hormones, if you're aware of them and you're aware of what's going to happen. Now, in terms of most traders over the years that I've taught, always teach them that good old advice of don't run losses and don't cut your profits. Okay, every trader near enough I've told that to has agreed, and then they've made the mistake of doing the opposite of what they should. I think to get the right psychology and overcome the problems that we all had them when we started trading. I mean, I don't know a trader anywhere who's successful didn't run a loss to a large size. Okay, it just happens. You need to feel the experience. Once you've felt the experience, you learn from the experience and you move on. Okay, it really is. You've got to feel it. I think the old saying is seeing is believing, feeling is the truth, which is very true. I mean, it's a mind and body experience, Forex trading. Okay, so you do need to learn from experience, and I think my main point here is don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone did when they started. Everyone's going to, basically, so just correct the mistakes. Point number 5, Sishna Sichu, correct shooting is correct hitting. That's what's taught in Zen archery. You shoot correctly, okay? That will lead to correct hitting, and you keep trying to perfect the art, and you do it in the same way continuously and try and improve. Okay, so you're following a process. It's a set process that you repeat and repeat. Now, in terms of Forex traders, they very often have a trading strategy that can make money. They come in, they have a few profits, they get a bit happy. Then they might say have 3 losses on the trot, makes them a bit nervous. Then they get another profit, feel better. Then they get 5 losses on the trot. Okay, and then they're starting to doubt. What they're doing is they're seeing the outcome as they did something wrong. This happens all the time. Okay, the fact the trade went wrong doesn't matter. Profits and losses are randomly distributed, so you can get a string of losses. You must stick to your plan. You must cut losses and run profits. You just got to keep doing it. Every trader has a period of drawdown. I think the traders who really crumble with the outcome bias are those traders who do not really know what their edge is. They don't understand their edge and why they should be in the minority of winners. They might have got a strategy for someone else, or the strategy is just based on unsound logic. You could do, if you want to become a really successful trader, you're probably going to do hundreds, thousands of trades. Losers are going to be there, and they're going to be randomly distributed. So short periods, let's say, a week, a month, 2 months, that doesn't matter in the big picture. You should be measuring your performance over 3 months, 6 months, a year. Okay, forcing the natural release, the effortless trade. One of the things with Zen archery is you don't actually shoot the arrow. Okay, it shoots itself. What is meant by that really is that you get your mind, your body together. When everything is in sync, your subconscious just knows when to do it, and you just let the arrow go. And I think in terms of trading, that's the sort of attitude you've got to have. Most traders want to force, okay? They want to force profits from the markets. They're always looking for trades to do. They want to sit at a screen, trade. It's not going to work, okay? You can't force trades to the market. What you need to do is you need to get a strategy and then wait for the very best trades within that strategy's parameters and only go for them. Okay, you don't need to, when you've got a strategy with an edge, you don't need to study a chart. I don't know any traders I know who study charts and look at them for a long time. A few seconds, you know what to do. Okay, that's it. It's effortless. That's the trade. Then if you've got good risk to reward on it, you're happy obviously if you get a profit, but you're also not too bothered if you get a loss. Okay, so you're totally happy with the trade, win or lose. Okay, because it fits the parameters of your strategy. And I think, traders, forcing is a really big problem, because traders cannot just sit around and be patient. They want to be doing things, yeah? But it's not the amount of time you spend on Forex trading that matters. It's how many trades you get right and how big are the profits. So only the best trades. Point number 7, fear in Forex, the created illusion of the reality. I think fear in Forex trading is just so overrated, okay? There's fear in areas of life, okay? We know that. But fear in the Forex trading, what's the fear? You're losing money. Is that really a fear? I mean, you have to. I mean, everyone knows you've got to lose money and take small losses to build up over time your winning trades and build up your equity. This is part of trading. Anyone who fears losing in Forex trading shouldn't bother trading because you're going to lose. Okay, you have to lose to win longer term. Okay. And that's in many areas of life. You have to have a bit of pain to make gain. So fear for me is just overrated. Okay. Point number 8, Munu Musu, no illusions and the confirmation bias. No, I think the actual quote, I did it on the interest screen, didn't I? No thoughts, no illusions. That basically means you are totally in sync. Okay, that when you're shooting the arrow, you're just totally in sync with everything. The bow, the arrow, and you are basically in sync. Okay. Now, in terms of trading, most traders can't get in sync with the market. What I mean by that is the confirmation bias problem. So traders, when they get in trades, they want to reinforce why they're right. Okay, so if the trade is going against them, they'll try and find people to agree with them or stories that agree with their point of view in the news. They should be running the counter argument, looking at price action. If it's not doing what it should, the trade, then you're wrong. Don't fight. And I think too many traders do this, and it leads to disaster. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You change your opinion and that's it. Once an opinion has been made, okay, it's very difficult to reverse it. It takes more of an impetus to reverse an opinion than to take one. Again, that's medically proven or psychologically proven. You have to have a strong opinion to do a trade, obviously, but it should be weakly held. I can't remember who said that. I think it's a great line. You go in with the attitude, you're going to be right. If the price action is proving you wrong, you just switch your opinion, or you drop your opinion. Otherwise, you'll end up fighting with the market, getting stressed out. Confirmation bias is one of the major reasons why traders lose. Okay, practice v deep, deliberate practice. You don't learn Forex trading in a demo account. I know people who will demo account for a year or more. I've got one guy once, he was good demo account for 3 years. Why? It's a complete waste of time. That is not the deep deliberate practice. Deep deliberate practice is actually doing it. In demo account, there's no money, okay? When you're doing it with money, that's the real reality. It's like you don't learn Zen archery from a textbook. You have to do it. Deep deliberate practice. Keep doing it, okay? Then you'll learn, okay? And, in terms of any skill, you don't can learn it overnight. You need lots of practice in the market with real money, learning from your mistakes, building up your experience, building up your knowledge of the chart, so you can feel the chart, the psychology behind it, and so forth. How long does it take? I would say take at least a year for most traders, maybe longer, until you start to feel really comfortable, getting really competent. You're always learning though, okay? Point number 10, Professor Eugene Herrigel and the Mastering of the Art. It took him 6 years to master Zen archery, but he did do it. He explains the problem for him was, he's basically from Germany, or was from Germany. I'm half German as well. Coming from such a different type of society, in the West we tend to, appreciate knowledge more. Okay, textbook knowledge. In the East, there's a bigger appreciation of self-knowledge and knowledge of the self. And that's why he had a real problem mastering the archery, because he was always trying to force it. You can read the book, obviously, but it just took him a while to get into sync and basically appreciate how important self-knowledge, knowledge of self is. Anyway, so you can read the book more on that. It's only about 50 pages, actually. It's really good. What have I got last? The goal I don't hit, it hits all by itself. That's not from Zen Archery, actually. That's a quote from Bruce Lee. I don't hit, it hits all by itself. Basically, that's the way it should be in Forex trading. You don't actually think when you're doing a decent trade, like I said earlier. It should just come to you, and then basically you do it. That quote from Bruce Lee obviously applies to Zen Archery. You do your whatever preparation, you get ready, and then the arrow just moves effortlessly out the bow towards the target. Yes, it's from the subconscious. That comes from deep, deliberate practice. Okay? Well, after you traded for a while, you know the trade setups that look really good. Okay? That comes from experience. It's like anything. You have to have experience of it. This is something a lot of traders, I think I said it earlier, just don't understand. They want fixed patterns. They want secrets. They want shortcuts. There are none in Forex trading. Simple strategy, obviously, the right mental attitude, and lots of practice. But if you're prepared to persevere, Forex trading is a fantastic way to make money, in my view. Now, what I'm going to do is finish off with my favourite quotes from Eugene Herrigel. I read them again recently. I just think they're fantastic. You can see what you think of them, but I really find them quite motivational. Right, that is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care and have a good day.